Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is my photography channel. My name is Devern Williams. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to clicking and watching this video. If this is your first time, please take a look at all my other videos. If this is your second time or you're a returning subscriber, thank you. I appreciate your support. Please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that bell, comment below, hit that subscribe button. If you don't, I'm inclined to believe that you are just a lazy person, but if not, please hit that subscribe button, and I greatly appreciate it. Now let's move on. Let's go. So today's video is going to be about the lens that every photographer should have, or for a beginner photographer or hobbyist, or someone who's just trying to look past the kit lens, or someone who's trying to look for a nice quiet lens, inexpensive, that you can use every day. That's pretty much like a jack of all trades. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why. 1, it's going to be because of the naked eye ability. 2, it's going to make you a better photographer. 3, it's versatile. 4, it's small and light. And 5, for the quality, it's inexpensive and something you use. Again, this lens is great for the everyday photographer, the beginner photographer, the hobbyist, or someone just trying to go past the next step, past the kit lens, without spending so much money but still getting that great quality and being able to take all the shots you want to take. So now that we got that out the way, let's do this. Let's go. So the lens is the 50mm lens, also known as the Nifty 50.
The Nifty 50.
The Nifty 50. Yes, the
Nifty 50 lens. Just a fun fact, why is it called the Nifty 50 lens? Years ago, back in the 60s and 70s, during the stock exchange, usually the hottest 50 stocks that were called the Nifty 50. Someone decided to use a nickname for their 50mm lens as the Nifty 50 based off the stock exchange, and it stuck, it never left. So that's one reason why it's called the Nifty 50. That's where it gets its nickname from. But another reason is just because it's nifty. It's like the jack of all trades. It can do so much. It's not really centered to just one thing. It's very versatile and useful. So now that's out the way, let's get into the detail of the 5 reasons why this lens should be in your camera bag. Let's do this. Okay, so let's go over these 5 main reasons of why this lens should be in your photography bag. Like I said, number 1, the naked eye. You know what I mean by the naked eye is, unlike some lens that you use, they may have like a fish eye, or they'll change the way it looks based on distance, make it wider and stuff like that. But the 50mm lens, or the Nifty 50 lens, is exactly replicate of what you see with your own eyes. So when you're looking for a picture and you're trying to figure it out, when you look at the lens, you'll see the exact same thing you see, which is great for beginners when you're still trying to learn and adjust, learn different lenses, learn different angles and stuff like that. You don't have to like, oh, I see a picture, then you put the lens on, and you have an 85 or you have a 200 lens, and you're like, this is not what I thought the picture would be, I need to switch lens. What you see with your eyes is the same thing you're going to see with the 50mm lens, the Nifty 50. So that's why I think it's the greatest thing. You can kind of see your photography eye with your own eyes, and then put the lens on, look through the camera, and see the exact same thing, and see your vision come true. So that's reason 1, is because the 50 lens is the closest to the naked eye from what you already see every day, so you can kind of already know what type of picture you're going to get without making so many adjustments. Reason number 2, because it's going to make you a better photographer. And the reason why I say it's going to make you a better photographer, because it's going to get you to move. The 50 lens is a prime lens. It's not a zoom lens. So you can't just zoom in and out if you're trying to get closer or back away. You have to move your feet. And in my opinion, I feel like the best photographers, they move. You're not stationary. You move. You're looking for different angles. You're looking for different scenarios based off lighting. Like, you're moving. You're not just staying in one place trying to zoom. You're trying to get closer to the model, back away. You're trying to get on the ground. You're trying to be at the side. So the fact that you can't zoom, it makes you have to move. And I feel like the fact you're doing that, you're going to see different different visuals that you normally wouldn't see if you were just stationary and you could just zoom. So I think this is why it's good for beginners to get this, because it gets you to start looking at things differently, getting that photographer eye developed so you can actually see things, see different angles, and just different shots besides just the regular shooting point shots. So a lot of people out there that do shooting point shots that make great living off of it. Some are just everyday photographers. But at least with the 50, you can kind of, if you want to, you can develop that photographer eye, them angles, work on different things, make you work, which will make you better. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is versatile. And the reason I say it's versatile, since it's the 50mm lens, it looks just like your eye. This camera can be used for many different things. Some lenses you'll buy, they're great for really portraits, they're great for just events, or they're great for landscape. Like, they usually have a focus on what they're really good at. And they can do other things, but their main focus is either landscape or micro shooting, getting close up and stuff like that. But with the 50, you know, you can get close up, you can do street photography, you can do portraits, from a certain extent you can do events, you can do everyday shooting. So that's why I said this was great for like your everyday shooter, your hobbyist, because there's no limitations on what you can do. If you're trying to take pictures of the family, you can do that. If you're trying to take pictures of a landscape, you're doing it. If you're at an event and you're trying to take pictures, you can do that. And like I said, especially if you're a beginner, you see what you see is what the shot will get, what the picture you're taking is with the lens. So the fact that it's versatile makes it perfect. Especially like I said, if you're a beginner, you can go past all that learning curve of which lens do I need for what scenario. This can kind of give you a basics so you can understand, and then from that you'll realize the limitation, and then you'll know what's the next lens I need. Because after you go over this lens, most likely it's going to be more expensive, so you really need to know what lens you need for what you're shooting. And the best way is to start with the 50 that's versatile, and then find out the limitations on what you're looking for so you can invest in the next lens that's going to be more expensive. And that's reason number 3. Now reason number 4, small light. Now this reason seems very simple and plain and boring, but the good thing about this is usually if you're just starting out, you don't have a lot of equipment, so you don't want to be carrying around a big lens in a big bag or one bag. You want something that's small, lightweight, that you can come and go. But one of the key reasons that this is really good, and this is really good for like the hobbyists and for sometimes beginner photographers and everyday shooters, is it won't bring any much attention. Most of the 50mm lenses are usually small. They're usually not that big, they're not long, there's nothing really standoutish about it. And by that meaning, sometimes you can't go to places like you can't shoot because like you need a permit, or say you're just doing street photography of buildings. It doesn't draw people's attention and make them thinking that you're taking a shot at them. So if you have a big 200mm lens and you're pointing at somebody, they're going to think you're really trying to take a shot at them, and you're not, or you're going to stand out in the crowd. This is really hidden. You can take your shots. Most people won't even think twice about it. They just think you're just a regular photographer or just a regular person just taking shots. So you can get those candid shots you're looking for. You don't have to worry about getting harassed or people dodging. You can kind of just focus on you. So that's why I love it. You can use it every day. It's just no one's really going to question this lens if you go to an event. So that's why I think it's really good that it's small. The light is just a factor. It won't get heavy, you know, carrying around the neck strap or having holding on your hand or on a belt clip. However you use your you carry your equipment, or in your book bag, it won't add that much weight. So that's reason number 4 of why you should have this lens. And number 5 is probably one of the biggest reasons, because most people, when they're looking for the lens, they realize that lenses are very expensive. This would probably be the most inexpensive lens you can get, besides buying the camera and getting the kit lens. And I say that because you can, and since it's inexpensive, people think, well, it's not that good quality. A 50mm is that's why it's called the Nifty 50. There's not many photographers that you won't know that will say they never shot with the Nifty 50, or they don't still shoot with the Nifty 50 today, even if they're like a professional for 10-20 years. They still have it in the bag. It's great quality, it's inexpensive, it's usually what everybody starts with. Now they can get expensive, of course. The newer the camera, like mirrorless and stuff like that, it could go up, but you can still get a good nifty 50mm lens with a aperture of like 1.8, which is usually a good standard. Now if you want to go down to the 1.4, the 1.2, or even beyond, then the price will go up, but then you get, you know, a better aperture, which, you know, will help with the bokeh and the blurry in the background and sharper image. So that's just, if you want to go up But in my opinion, if you're just starting out, the 50 1.8, you're good. If you want to invest and you feel like you're gonna use this for a while, maybe you can do the 1.4 and the 1.2 or beyond. But really, just need a 50 1.8. Like I said, great quality, inexpensive. It should be somewhere around under $500. Like for instance, I'm shooting right now on the Nikon Z6, the 50mm 1.8. That was under $500 at the time when I got it. You can get an older style and some cameras like Canon, I think Sony, you get the adapter and you can get a previous lens and you probably get it even cheaper and still get decent quality. So the Nifty 50 is just like, that's what's the Nifty 50, a jack of all trades. It makes it simple, it sees what you see, it makes you a better photographer, it gets you to move, see different angles. It's all about the angles, it's all about the lighting, the angles, moving, adjusting. It's versatile. You don't have to worry about, I need to switch for porch or I need to switch for street, especially if you're not into that or you're still trying to figure out what your niche is. You don't need to spend a lot of money on a lens that you're not even sure if you want to do events or weddings or landscape. Small light, you can go in and out of events and places without being seen, and it's inexpensive and great quality. So those are the 5 reasons why the Nifty 50 should be in your lens kit if you're a beginner photographer, hobbyist, everyday regular shooter, whatever it is. This is the next lens you need to go into, especially if you're trying to move past the kit lens. So those are the 5 reasons why right there for the Nifty 50. So that's it. So those are the 5 reasons of why the Nifty 50, the 50mm lens, should be in every photographer's camera bag, especially if you're a beginner photographer, hobbyist, or just an everyday shooter. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to say thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If this is your first time, take a look at some of my other videos just to get an idea what this channel is about and see if it's something you want to be about. Besides that, please hit that like button, comment below what you like about the video, what you didn't like, what your thoughts on the Nifty 50 is. Do you like it? Did you not like it? You're thinking about getting it? You already have it? Put that in the comments below. Any ideas for the next kind of video you want to do? Like I said, I'm doing behind the scenes, unboxing, and some educational videos, a little bit of everything, kind of see where I want to take this channel. Put those in the comments. And also, last but not least, please hit that subscribe button, please share, and just thank you everybody for taking time to watch the video this long. And until next time, let's do this.